How's everybody doing? Welcome to The Last of Us Part 2, part redundant name.
You miss being with him? With Jesse? No. We've been together for so long. Look, Jesse's great. I love his parents. They will always be family, but we were just on autopilot. Hey, how come we never talked about this stuff? I don't know. It didn't feel... You never really talked to me about Kat. Yeah, because there isn't much to talk about. Yow. I got the impression that you didn't really like her. I don't care about her one way or the other. Okay. No, I think she's a talented artist. I've grown to like that tattoo of yours. Well, that's so big of you. And I think she wasn't right for you. Interesting. Shut up. Okay. You can tie Shimmer up here.
Like I said in part 1, I am going to be silent for some of the cutscenes and dialogue. Not all of them, because I still gotta get my opinions out. And also, the dialogue is just, it's still really good.
You're gonna point at your face, aren't you? Nothing is that spectacular. Oh, brother. Come on, stupid.
Case in point, Ellie and Dina's dialogue is probably some of the best interactions in the game, quite honestly. Now, this is going to be an Ellie-centric episode. Next part's going to go back to Abby, and... how about that game of golf? Now, you probably already know, either by somebody else's gameplay, or the leaks, or you played it yourself. But, yeah, shit happens. Shit happens bad.
What do you think of this view, huh? It's pretty nice. Yeah, this route has its perks. Where do we sign in? Come on. Fuck.
But before we get to the bad shit, we got some really good action sequences coming up. A shot in which was in one of the trailers. Now you got Ellie's journal, which works kind of the same way as Drake's journal in Uncharted, except a little bit different.
Who do you used to do this route with? Jesse? Eugene. Right. Ah, Eugene. Man, he was funny. Oh, yeah.
Nathan Drake's journal helps you find more clues for the puzzles in that game. Last of Us doesn't really have puzzles, so Ellie's book is more for flavor text.
Wire and electronics and stuff. May we all be that sharp 73.
73? I'm not gonna live for another 50 damn years. No, I'm kidding. I might. You never know. Man, I also love the facial animations in this game. It's super detailed. There's a lot of a range in emotions, and basically the whole graphics engine is really good. Everything looks good. This is a beautiful looking game. There's this part later on in the game in the woods, and it's raining at nighttime, and it looks absolutely photorealistic. It was stunning. There's this wide shot of the trees from down below, and you can see the rain coming down, and it's just absolutely wow. Wow. And also, it kind of felt at home for me because I'm from Pennsylvania, and there was a lot of wooded areas where I used to live, so kind of felt at home a little bit.
Come here. Town up ahead's our last stop. Take a look. There's the town. With the big tower thing? Yep, that's where the next lookout is. Let's get back to the horses.
That town is going to be our next destination, but there's going to be plenty of places to loot on the way. I did this playthrough on the moderate difficulty, which is probably why it looks like I'm picking up items like it's candy. I suggest you play on hard, survivor or grounded mode, because that's when the game is actually really fun. However, the definition of fun may vary because you may just be sitting in a corner waiting for the enemy to turn around so you can shank them. And that could last for up to 10 to 20 minutes because the AI is actually really smart. Or better yet, a fly could flap its wings in China and the enemy will still hear it. That's how sensitive they are on the hardest difficulty of this game.
No judgment.
Oh, there's plenty of judgment, Dina. But getting back on subject, bullets do a lot more damage to you on grounded mode. It's basically like 2 to 3 shots and you're dead, whereas in moderate mode you can survive at least 5, 6, maybe 7 shots before you die. And the funny thing about dying is, every time you die, from bullet at least, you always get shot in the face. It's like point blank shot in the head, and you could get so much as grazed in the freaking arm, and yet it shows you getting shot in the face.
I think we should go out like Eugene.
From a stroke?
No, from old age. Like living a long life.
You? No way. Come on. You're way too reckless.
Look who's talking.
Well, you'll probably die from hypothermia from wearing canvas sneakers in the snow.
I am wearing boots today.
Hey, that was a one-time thing only, okay? The canvas sneakers was a bad idea, but there was a guy named David trying to kill me, and possibly eat me. I don't know where I was going with that, but this area right here is good for exploring and trying to get more equipment.
It's quiet, but we can if you want. I bet they still got supplies.
You bet your ass they got supplies, or at least some of these houses do. I'm not sure if they all do.
What do you know about this place? Just another evacuated neighborhood. Infected almost never make it out this far. We usually catch them on the outer perimeter.
Oh, Dina, you're so naive about the infected's randomness. And Ellie's just apparently naive to everything, including RVs. Apparently she has not seen the Robin Williams RV movie. That was a pretty good film.
I mean, if I'd lived pre-outbreak, yeah, I'd go see the whole country. Or travel to another country. Maybe one day we will. Keep dreaming.
Okay, that was everything in this RV. Let's go back outside.
Jesse talked a lot about going to Canada. He said there's these, like, giant waterfalls out there he wanted to see. Really? He's such a hardcore Jackson guy. Everybody's got their dream.
That's it. My next vacation spot's definitely going to be Canada. But in the spring or summer, though. Heard it gets way too damn cold up there. I'll definitely freeze to death.
Oh. You guys good? Yeah. What movie are you guys gonna watch? What's Joel into? Curtis and Viper 2. That's the one that's been on my radar for a while. Oh, wow. Well, we used to watch these cheesy 80s action movies. He's really into them. Oh, no. I actually really like them, too. What about you? What are you doing later? Some people were talking about sneaking out. Going sledding. Oh, sounds fun. Yeah. You want to meet up after? Okay.
80s action movies are the best, Dina. You should know this already. Just like in the first game with Joel collecting all the Firefly tokens and coins and stuff, Ellie collects trading cards. Superhero trading cards. I don't know what these are still doing around in the 2030s after an apocalypse, but whatever.
What's Curtis and Viper 2 about? Okay, so 2 former commandos that go rogue to fight bad guys. And I think in this one, they go up against Russian spies or something. I'm more interested in this than I thought I would be. Alright, so the young one, Viper, he's a trained ninja. And he's a complete badass. So how old is he in the first movie? 10. Wait, how many movies did they make of this? I think they made 4? Jeez.
I don't know what Curtis and Viper is supposed to be a playoff of. Is it lethal weapon? I'm not sure. But right here, I'm just testing out something. You need the horses in order to continue. You can't leave without the horses. So go get Shimmer.
Ellie, don't forget Shimmer.
Well, it's a nice day to walk, okay? Well, maybe not for you guys, but for me it is. It's like 73 degrees outside. It's sunny. I just really want to walk. But I can walk later because I'm still recording this part. So you gotta bring the horses and gallop down the street right here, and you'll find a rather surprising sight. It is pretty grisly. This game is probably gonna be one of the few games where I put a content warning because the gore can be pretty excessive for some.
Easy, girl. Shit. What the fuck? Oh, that smell. Looks like infected did this. How many do you think it would take to bring down a moose? More than one. Where the hell are they? Let's go find them.
And that is why you don't see infected animals, because the infected keep killing them. They're pissed! Anyway, you got a quick swap feature that's new to The Last of Us. You just press left or right on the directional pad in order to swap between your pistol and your long gun. You may forget this feature even exists because you're just so accustomed to pulling out the backpack and swapping through the weapons that way. Come here, old buddy! I mentioned this last part, but there are two different types of stealth kills, or kills and stealth rather. You got the really quick kill, which is, it's very loud, but it's really quick. SpongeBob reference. And then you got the true stealth kill, which is you just grabbing the opponent, shutting them up, and then stabbing them or choking them out. And there is something I did not notice when I played this game for the first couple of times, and it's actually more apparent with Abby than it is with Ellie, even though Ellie kind of does it too. Whenever you're in the animation of choking them out, you can drag them. You just hold the left stick in any direction you want, and the characters will just kind of drag to whatever direction you're pointing at. Time to throw this bottle. Throwing a brick or a bottle at an enemy's face will open them up to an instant kill. The only enemies that are not susceptible to an instant kill are clickers and big brute enemies, and even then they'll only take like 2 to 3 more hits before they actually go down.
The way we came in was barricaded. How'd that runner get in here? Yeah, it's a good question.
That's a good question. Trying to mimic Dr. Light from Mega Man 8. Now, to get around the enemies that don't go down in one hit, you have to have some sort of melee weapon. Something like a pipe, a baseball bat, or a machete. That will usually kill a clicker in 1 to 2 hits if you have them stunned with a bottle, or just a simple melee combo. And for the brutes, I think they just shrug it off and take 2 hits to take down, as you'll probably see later on since I fight a brute with a melee weapon. This area right here has multiple enemies, so the quick kill option is out. I'm just gonna have to grab them and stab them in the neck. Just press triangle and then square. And you know the strange thing is, Dina will actually do a couple of stealth kills on her own, but only when she's scripted to, like this area, and a few more areas to come. She doesn't do this normally. The AI partner's intelligence depends on what difficulty you're playing as, or if you beat the game, just whatever setting you set it to. That's right, if you beat the game, you can set your opponent's and your partner's AI intelligence to give them either the intelligence of HAL 9000 or a brick that Ellie will throw at somebody's face. Alright, turn around already so I can stab you. And give me a hug, you rotten bastard. Oh wait, why are you floundering around? Stop struggling, I'm just trying to hug you. Ouch. Word of advice, don't hug people with knives, it usually ends in death. And Dina's got the other guy, which means the area is clear.
That all of them? Yeah. Looks like it. We've still got to get the ones in the supermarket. Let's keep circling the building. There's got to be a way in.
So we need to get over this truck in order to get to the next area. But the funny thing is, Dina has to be the one to initiate the truck, not you. So I'm just sitting here waiting for Dina to point at the truck saying, hey, we could get over this. And move on. I don't know why everything's so scripted like this. Like, let me just get over the truck already. God damn it.
Ellie, help me up there. I want to look around.
No, I don't want to look around anymore. I want to go home and drink Kool-Aid. But you can't progress with the story until you get up there, I guess.
There's a hole in the roof over there. Here.
Thanks.
Look. See?
All right. Let's figure out how to get in there.
In order to get to that hole in the wall, you need to climb under this truck that says Green Place Market, original name, and then get on top of the truck. It wouldn't be a survival horror game without jump scares and almost dying. I mean, seriously, look at my health bar.
Ellie? Are you clean?
Yeah. Just banged up.
Please die of old age and not because you get infected. I really don't want to have to shoot you in the face.
Deal.
Cool.
Dina does not know of Ellie's condition. Interesting.
Anything good back there?
Actually, yeah.
Nice.
Just like in the first game, there will be notes scattered throughout the environment, and you can choose to ignore them or read them. I just skim them a little bit and then move on because LP. But reading the notes and letters is interesting because it builds upon the world of The Last of Us.
I'm not sure.
You just jump over this tractor trailer and boom, you're in the market. Don't worry about the low health. There will be supplies for a medkit as soon as you get in, so you won't be dying for much longer.
I'm in.
And not only are there supplies, but there's also some ammo here depending on the difficulty, so make sure to scour that.
Should we check for supplies?
With those 2 bullets picked up, I should be going to that TV right there. That's where the supplies for the medkit are.
Hey, got some alcohol.
Couple of rags. Here. Fix yourself up.
Medkits work the same way as they did in the first game. You just press up in order to equip it, and hold down R2 in order to heal yourself. It still works on that weird law of average from the first game too, where it seems like the arm is the only place that gets injured and not like the head or the leg. It's just the arm because they keep wrapping shit around their arms.
Got it.
Remember, I don't want to have to shoot you in the face.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Now we're getting into the meaty part of the combat section. There are 2 ways to go about this, either quietly or loudly. I just try to go quietly for the clickers because they're the most dangerous enemies here, and I try to pick them off first because if they grab you, you're pretty much done. Clickers cannot see you, so you can sneak in front of them, but they can still hear you really well even if you're crouched, so I suggest you just tilt the stick forward only slightly. The good thing about Ellie versus the clickers is her knife. You can't just choke out a clicker, you see. And remember in the first game, Joel has to have a shiv in order to stab the clicker to death. Well, good thing Ellie came prepared with a permanent shiv. She still can't get grabbed though, otherwise she dies instantly. I don't get that. Earlier in this part I said that there were no puzzle elements in The Last of Us Part 2. Well, I kinda lied. There are safes and there are clues in the environment that will help you with the safes, but that's as far as it really goes. Like, that portrait of the dog back there? July 2013. 7/20/13. I guess you wouldn't call this a puzzle element, but more so clue finding. That's really about it. It's just clue finding. Oh, look at all this stuff. But it's not like an actual puzzle like Uncharted or Tomb Raider or anything. And here's the letter with the actual hint on it. I just knew beforehand that the Employee of the Month portrait with the dog and the July 2013 date was the safe combination, so my sequence broke. Safe combinations will never change. They will always remain the same no matter how many times you play this game. When in doubt, always break open a vending machine. There's free health. But right here we're going to come up to a familiar part from one of the gameplay trailers. Here they are, the mushroom-headed bastards themselves. Now, if you use your long gun or a pistol, shoot them in the head twice. Or at least try to. They're pretty frantic. Or if you have a shotgun, just aim anywhere because the clicker will just instantly fall apart. Which the same could be said about any enemy in a shotgun shell to the face. They'll fall apart. Another good strategy to disarming your opponents is dislegging. No, I'm serious. Shooting the opponent in the leg with any sort of weapon will stagger them, or if you have a shotgun, just blow their legs completely off, which makes it easier for an instant kill. Now, you want to be careful around drawers, because whenever you try to grab an enemy, Ellie seems to prioritize the cabinet first, so make sure you're in good distance away from the cabinet and right on top of the enemy you want to grab. Otherwise, you'll just try to open the drawer and the enemy will spot you. The button mapping can be kind of a bitch, but you'll learn to deal with it and it's not too problematic.
Will help. Coming. I'll make you a present. I'll take a present. Here. Thanks. Careful with that. I'm a pro.
Molotovs, which are way weaker than they are in the first game. You throw one down and they get put out super quickly, and when the infected runs through them, they take a while for the fire to actually catch onto them and for them to start running around on fire. That's how weak the Molotovs are. You gotta upgrade that. In the first game, whenever I was dealing with infected, I usually just throw a Molotov onto the ground in a really narrow hallway and just watch the infected congregate on top of the fire, and then they all set on fire except for maybe one or two. In this game, the fire just dwindles really quickly, and some of the infected will just escape either way, so it looks like you have to start stabbing people. Infected, I mean. Well, people too, but that's later. This area can be dangerous because it's wide open, and some of the infected can't see you. Like the runners, they still have their eyesight, so they will spot you from afar. Just deal with the clickers first. They're the most dangerous. Yeah, you just hug them real tight. They need the love. Some really sadistic, fucked up love, but they still need the love. Just like in the first game, there are a couple ways to tell whenever an enemy is about to spot you. Most notably, this low whooshing wind sound effect that plays whenever an enemy sees your silhouette, but hasn't exactly spot you, or this sharp piano chord that plays whenever the enemy spots you and is about to attack. and there are more gameplay options to help you with the detection of the enemies, like markers that point towards the enemy that's seeing you. And my advice is don't play with those because that makes the game a little bit too easy. Listen mode is back from the first game, but it's kind of nerfed. Instead of really good outlines, you're just going to find blobs on the screen and where they were at last, and not so much where they're currently at. Which I kind of like this listen mode better than the first game because it adds challenge. In the first game, you could just go into listen mode and, oh, the enemy's making noise over there. Let me just go over there and shoot him. Problem solved. And this game is a bit more challenging than that.
And he's still moving? Nope.
You know what? I'm impressed with us. Man, the guys are not gonna believe our numbers.
Okay. Let's go to the next lookout and take a fucking break. We earned it.
Agreed.
But overall, The Last of Us Part 2 is way more challenging than the first game ever was because there's more of an abundance of combat situations and instant death situations if you're not careful. And don't get me started on the grounded difficulty. Grounded difficulty just basically takes all of your enhanced senses away, leaves you with just Ellie, her guns, and her bow and arrow. And also, don't get me started on whole game permadeath. Yes, there's a whole game permadeath. You die once, you're going back to the beginning of the game.
You're just gonna...
A 20-hour game. I don't know if that's bad or if that's sadistically good, but I'm just gonna say I'm not gonna try it anytime soon.
Here we go. Yeah. That should hold us. Get over.
Just like the pallets were the third main character of The Last of Us Part 1, ropes are gonna be the third main character of this game, so get used to seeing ropes. You're gonna see ropes a lot. You can just climb ropes faster by holding down the L1 button. No power-up required. The blizzard is picking up something fierce. We gotta get out of here. Let's slide off this rooftop and get back to the horses. Now, this next part coming up is kind of leads nowhere. I mean, you get separated from Dina in the snowstorm, but if you follow the horse tracks, you'll just meet up with Dina again. I guess it was to add tension, but why not add more tension if you were completely separated from Dina in the snowstorm for a longer period of time? Or actually have it to where your health dwindles whenever you're trying to find Dina, so that way you're put into a situation where you have to survive. It's just you finding Dina with no sense of urgency. But the snowstorm does serve a greater purpose to the narrative, and that will come next part.
I'll get the door. You been here?
Rode by it. never came inside.
Alright, let's make sure it's clear.
Wyoming weather sucks. But anyway, the rest of Ellie's segment is just downtime. Remember that guy that Ellie and Dina were talking about earlier? The 73-year-old man named Eugene? Well, this is his place.
There's something back there. I think I see a bed.
Think we got a squatter?
You see another way in?
I don't just see another way in. I make another way in. Why did they make shattering glass in this game so satisfying? I think that has something to do with the sound design. The sound in this game is really, really good.
All this electronic stuff? This has to be Eugene's.
Huh. Definitely Eugene's place. He was a firefly?
He served with Tommy.
I had no idea.
Yeah. They got into some real dark shit.
Like what?
He said he blew up a checkpoint at Denver QZ, killed 3 soldiers, and 2 civilians.
Jesus.
He also told me that he and Tommy slow tortured some big Fedra general. I don't know. I don't buy Tommy doing that, though.
He could do worse.
What do you mean?
He and Joel did a lot to survive after the outbreak.
Well, it's the apocalypse. You do what you must to get by or survive. Or die very, very, very brutally. That's going to be a running theme throughout this game. People die brutally. Oh, hey, another PS3. Oh, this one looks like shit, though. I guess that would make sense, though. Nobody to tend to the PS3 after months, if not years, of this place being abandoned now. But it doesn't matter. Ellie already has a PS3 that presumably works. I don't know if hers works or not.
Oh my god. It's Tommy and Eugene. They look like babies here.
No, Eugene looks kind of like Jason Momoa in that picture.
Lights, heaters. There's gotta be a generator around here somewhere.
The generator's not too far. Actually, I think it's in the next room if you turn around. Turn around. There it is.
Okay, found the generator. That's better.
Oh, wow. Impressive workbench, Eugene. I bet you could mod your gun with this gear.
You bet right, Dina. Now, gun modifications and workbenches are back from the first game, and they're a bit more interactable this time around. Just look at these gun modifications. Look at the animations. But be careful about certain workbenches, because some of these workbenches will get you ambushed on occasion. I think it happens twice throughout the whole game, but still. Just keep an eye out for your surroundings and you'll be fine. Those ambushes are scripted, so whenever you play the game again, you'll just automatically know that this is a workbench that you'll get ambushed upon.
Ellie, look at the floor. There's more stuff down there.
You see a way down?
Not here.
Oh well, let's just look for a piano or a bookcase or something. Those will usually lead to secret passages. And here's the bookcase. I know cliche tropes still work in 2021. I just kind of wish it was a piano, though.
What's he got down here?
Well, it's obviously a sex den. That's why he didn't tell you about it.
I hope it's a sex den. For his sake. He was so lonely, man.
Oh my god. It's weed.
That's a lot of dead weed.
Well, it looks like we just entered Snoop Dogg's secret stash. Okay, this part is really strange. There's even a Crash Bandicoot reference here.
Hey, he's got that videotape thing.
Huh. Dong of the Wolf. smash Brandy's cooch.
Are these?
It's porn.
Interesting taste, Eugene.
Oh, Eugene, we don't even see you on screen, and yet I know that you're a closeted pervert. There is one more thing we need to explore before we trigger a cutscene. I just don't know what it was. No, it wasn't this gas mask, even though this gas mask right here is just like, what the hell?
Dina. It's a gas mask bong.
God, he was so smart.
Now, to any younger viewers watching my videos, please do not try this at home. Don't do drugs, kids.
Oh, there we go.
You think it's still good?
Does weed go bad?
Let's find out.
You having a hard time?
No, I got it.
Fuck. Give me that.
Oh, yeah, like you're gonna get it.
Okay. It's...
Yeah.
Fuck it.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I got it open, didn't I?
Smells good.
I mean... Gonna be stuck here a while, right?
Totally trapped.
Can I ask you a question?
I don't know, can you?
Scale of 1 to 10. 1 being, like, absolute trash. And 10 being life-altering. How would you rate our kiss from last night?
Why are we still talking about this? You said it was a mistake.
Did I say that?
What are you doing?
I asked you to rate our kiss.
I don't know.
I give it a 6.
A 6? Wow.
Like a solid 6.
Okay.
There are a lot of people around.
Yeah, but 6.
Oh, what? I mean, now I really want to know how you'd rate it.
I don't think you do.
You're infuriating.
Have you met you?
You make me want to go back outside into that blizzard.
No one is stopping you.
This better be better than a 6. Bye.